Horary Astrology predicts nothing. That's right, you heard me. Horary Astrology predicts absolutely nothing because that conflicts with our free will. And if you can see free will in a chart, we have no free will. What a horary chart does do is give you a snapshot of what's going on right now. If the status quo is not changed through someone exercising his free will and throwing a monkey wrench into the machinery, then the outcome will likely come to pass. A horary chart gives the prevailing feeling of what's going on right now. Here is a chart where I asked what happened to my car. The night before, I parked it blocks away because it was that kind of neighborhood in which parking was scarce. It was dark and hard to see. I finally found a clearing and parked it there. The next day, the car was gone. I cast a chart on where's my car. As you can see, the last aspect is a square to Uranus. That's not good. I called the cops and they told me, "We got it. It's been impounded. You parked in front of a driveway." I did get the car back, but it cost me some $350. The chart did not predict anything. It just told me what happened after the fact. One time I ordered some tapes. After waiting a long while and still not getting them, I cast a chart. Am I going to get the tapes? The chart's last aspect was a no. So I got on the horn and called the company. They apologized profusely. Apparently someone dropped the ball and they'd get right on it. I received the tapes a few days later. Now, even if I didn't cast the chart, I still would have called them. It's just Horary sort of clues you in on what's going on. Once again, it just told me what happened after the fact. It didn't predict anything. You notice, even though the Horary outcome was bad, I did get the tapes. I just had to take some action, that's all. Which means there's nothing chiseled in stone on Horary charts. It is not the last word on the subject. Just because it shows a bad outcome doesn't mean there isn't anything you can do about it. However, Horary charts can be wrong. For example, another time I asked the question, will Howard Stern be a judge on America's Got Talent? At the time, studio heads did not want him on the show. Maybe it's because he lacked street cred. I mean, what did he know about judging talent? He was just a sort of jester, a jokester. He may take credibility away from the show. In any case, there were articles written on the internet that producers vehemently had no intention of hiring Howard Stern. So I cast a chart. Will Howard Stern become a judge on America's Got Talent? And it came back with a resounding no. And yet, a few days later, it was announced Howard Stern would be taking Piers Morgan's spot as judge on AGT. What gives? Well, it's what I've been telling you all along. Horary charts predict nothing. They just give you a snapshot of the prevailing feeling at the time. So the chart was accurate at the time. What probably happened in the interim was Howard Stern contacted the producers and talked them into hiring him. He might have said, he'll work on the cheap. Just give him a little time to prove himself. If he doesn't make a positive impact on the ratings in, say, 4 weeks, they can let him go. No questions asked. He'll take the humiliation of being fired with no lawsuits, no recriminations, yada, yada, yada. Whatever he told them, they took him up on it. Therefore, he changed the outcome to one of their hiring him. If I had cast a chart after they changed their minds, the chart would have come back with a big thumbs up. Howard is in. But at the time I asked the question, the prevailing feeling was no. There are some things you should know about Horary charts. First of all, there is no such thing as a bad chart, because Horary charts predict nothing. All they do is give you the status of right now. What if an employer interviewed 2 people in a day, and while the moon was still in the same sign, Both applicants asked the question, will I get the job? The last aspect is Moon trine Mars, which means, yes, you're the winner. You will get what you want. But they both can't get the job. What then? That's where non-radical charts come into play. A radical chart is considered one that can be interpreted. A non-radical chart is one where the ascending degree is within the first 3 degrees or the last 3 degrees of a sign. Horary books tell you the chart is not radical under these circumstances and cannot accurately be interpreted. The ascendant in the first 3 degrees means the question is too early to call, and the ascendant in the last 3 degrees means it's too late to do anything about it. Well, I'm here to tell you, balderdash, bullocks, BS. Every chart is worthy of interpretation because horary charts predict nothing. However, there is an adjustment you have to make on a non-radical chart. It must have been discovered by the ancients that on a non-radical chart, the last aspect never did seem to produce the right outcome. So they tell you to kick out non-radical charts. Well, the ancients are pulling a fast one. It's not true. On a non-radical chart, all you have to do is change the last aspect to the opposite. For a final aspect of Moon trine Mars in a non-radical chart, change the trine to an affliction. It would now be Moon afflicted to Mars. Then everything falls in place. So for a non-radical chart, you have to change the last aspect to the opposite. This is Horary Astrology's only way of communicating to you that the last aspect gives the wrong final outcome. Now you can get yes or no answers on horary charts with the same last lunar aspect. I've done this for the better part of 2 decades. It's quite reliable. That's all I got. See you in the next video.